Because at the same time, the beauty about personal branding and building a business this way is you're not necessarily like clocking into a 9 to 5 job, right? It's not like you're waking up in the morning and then you're clocking in at like 9 a.m. and then you work straight until like 5 p.m. Then you clock out. You can basically like set your own schedule and work whenever you want to. Welcome back to 0 to 10K, the 25-part series in how to make $10,000. We're on day 17 and we're getting so close to wrapping up part 2 of my money system. We have today and then we have tomorrow, day 18, and then we're gonna get into the final part, which is part 3, all about sales. Now for today, I really want to talk about how to merge your business and your life into one. Now, of course, when we're building personal brands on social media, it's like sharing your life, right? It's sharing your stories, it's sharing what you're up to, sharing your experiences, your routine. It's basically sharing you and what you're doing. Now, sometimes when I talk to my clients and other people in my audience, they're like, okay, Sabah, I want to build a personal brand, and I know in order to do that, I have to share about me. However, I feel like I don't know if I want to be on social media like 24/7, and I'm not sure how to really like show my life while not necessarily like working 24/7, right? It's like we know we have to be on social media, we know we have to share certain things, but what's like the balance between showing stuff on social media while still having that like line between our personal life and our business? Now, sometimes that can feel kind of like confusing and almost sometimes like overwhelming and scary because we're like, okay, we are building this personal brand, but what are we supposed to show? And I also don't want like my business to be my entire life. One thing I always share is you are not building a life around your business. You are building a business around your life. And what does this really mean? For an example, for me, I prioritize what I want to do in my life and the lifestyle I want to live. And based on that, I'll build my business around it. So for an example, me personally, I don't really have any like responsibilities right now. Like I'm not married, I don't have kids. Like I can literally do whatever I want throughout the day. So for me, it's like I can basically be on quote unquote social media all the time creating content because that's what first of all, I love to do that. And it's really easy for me to be on social media. However, I know I have clients where they're mothers and they have kids and other responsibilities, therefore like they cannot be on social media 24/7. So what I always recommend them to do is if their lifestyle is prioritizing spending time with their kids and family, they can create their own schedule where they're showing certain parts of their life on social media. They're sharing, of course, like value, education, tips, and then the rest of the time they're just like, plugged out and they're plugged in with their family. And for them that might look like in the morning, maybe they're spending a few hours creating the content post on social media. Maybe they do it once more in the afternoon, but then for like the rest of the day in the evening, they're just with their family, and that is okay. One thing I really want to get the point across is when you're building a personal brand, there is no like one size fits all, right? Like you don't have to build a personal brand exactly how I do it and exactly how other people do it too. And that is honestly, that's like the best part about personal branding because you get to merge once again like your business and life into one, but you choose how that really looks like for you on your social media and with your business. Now, personal branding and developing this type of business model is also sometimes like really like fluid and it's really flowy. For me, for an example, I always love to say I'm kind of like one with social media and one with like creating content because it comes really natural for me. For an example, if there is like a thought or something that I experience or something that's on my mind, like I'll create a piece of content. Like I'll hit record and record a reel, or I'll go live and just talk to my audience because for me, I am in that stage with my business and my social media where I don't have to sit there and I don't have to think about what to post, or I don't have to plan ahead. I'll kind of just think of the idea and then I'll just post on social media. Now, sometimes that comes really natural to people, especially if they're really already like self-expressed. Like they love to express what's on their mind. They love to create content. While for other people, it has to be a little bit more structured where they do need to take time to create content and come up with ideas and record videos, which is perfectly fine, right? That does not mean it's like good, bad, right, or wrong, depending on how you do it, but you want to be self-aware of what that is for you. Right now, you might be watching this video and you're like, okay, I love social media. It's really easy for me to just get on there and to create content. And if that's what works for you, amazing. If you're right now watching this video and you're like, okay, I know I need to be on social media. However, like I cannot like do it how Sabah does it, or I can't do it like how other influencers that I follow on TikTok where they can just like hit record in public. That is okay. You want to find what your flow is when it comes to creating content online and showing up. And the reason why we're spending a whole video, a whole day on this is because it's really important, right? Because if we try to build a personal brand and a business in a way where it's not aligned to how you want to do it, then you're going to feel resistant to it and you're not going to want to do it, right? If you're wanting to build a brand like mine, but you're like, okay, I don't want to be on social media 24/7. I don't want to always be on a constant state of creation. I want to spend more time with my family. I basically just like want to post and then have sales coming into me. You can do that too, right? It's just all about understanding and knowing what type of like business do you want to build with your personal brand and how do you want to be showing up? Because at the same time, the beauty about personal branding and building a business this way is you're not necessarily like clocking into a 9-to-5 job, right? It's not like you're waking up in the morning and then you're clocking in at like 9 a.m. and then you work straight until like 5 p.m. then you clock out. You can basically like set your own schedule and work whenever you want to. Now, of course, like some people might think, does that mean I have to be on like social media 24/7 since I don't have the hours? No, like not at all, right? So what I really want to get into is kind of getting into a routine when it comes to what you're doing in your business. Now, of course, in part one, we already went through your routine when it comes to really tapping into your highest version of yourself, being in that state, in that energy of receiving cash and money and building a business. Now we're going to get into what are you actually like doing in your business. So before we get into identifying like what kind of like your routine is going to look like, and of course, routine meaning it can change every single day. You don't have to set in stone of what that is, but I want to walk through what like my day-to-day looks like when it comes to, of course, my business. And then I also want to share some non-negotiables that I do and I commit to with my business. Because remember, we already went through non-negotiables that we were doing with mindset to really be in that state, in that energy, in that frequency of receiving. So now we're going to do that with business. So my routine is basically my business incorporated and weaved into my life. Right now, typically when people do like work 9-to-5 jobs, or sometimes when people do even have a business, it's like they will set hours for their business and then they'll add other things into their life that they want to do, right? It's like they're working, let's just say for like jobs, right? They're working 9 to 5 and then they'll add in like, oh, now I have extra time to like spend time with my family, or I have extra time to like go to the gym or like get dinner with one of my friends. I basically do the opposite, right? Because once again, I am building a business around my life, not the other way around. So for me, if I want to have a routine where I spend 2 hours in the morning on myself, or I want to get lunch with a friend, or I want to like take the day off and go shopping, I can do that, right? I can do that because I have the flexibility and freedom. However, I still want to make sure that I am still working on my business as I am doing it. So I basically wrote down, I have my laptop over here. I wrote down what like my typical like routine looks like, right? So I wake up in the morning, I do my morning routine. And of course, if you guys watch the previous videos in the series, you know what my morning routine looks like. After my morning routine, I'll probably work for like 2 to 3 hours. And usually in the morning when I work for 2 to 3 hours, this is basically coaching my clients, responding to people in Monetize Social membership community. If I have to create more trainings and resources for the community, I'll do that. This is also where I'll respond to people on my social media in the DMs. I will create content and I will post content. I will send emails, and all of that will maybe take like 2 to 3 hours in the morning. Like I typically get done what I call like my non-negotiables in my business, which is basically coaching my clients, responding to people and like getting sales, right? So responding to people in the comments and the DMs, and then selling, which is basically posting content. Like that is my non-negotiables every single day in my business. Like I will not go a day without coaching my clients, selling my offer, and then making like the transactions happen, which is like, of course, responding to people in the comments in the DMs. So after I work for 2 to 3 hours, then I'll take a break. Usually it's like a lunch break. And then for the rest of the day, depending on what I want to do that day, I'll go do something fun, whether it's like going to the pool, reading a book, or if it's, going shopping, I'll do that. If it's something fun that I want to do that day, I'll just go do that. However, meanwhile, as I'm doing that, I am well aware that once again, like I'm not off the clock and I'm not on the clock. Once again, my business is just a part of my lifestyle. Therefore, if I am at the beach or if I am at the mall, I can still be on my phone, posting on my stories, responding to people and selling my offers. Like that is the beauty of personal branding, that like you can literally sell and market anywhere. So for an example, if I'm at the pool and I'm talking with one of my girlfriends, or I come across like an idea or a thought that I want to share with my audience, I'm not going to wait to share it. I'm going to pull up my phone and record a video, or I'm going to post, or I'm going to write something up and post it online. And the best part about that is people love to see you documenting your life and creating through documentation, not just like curating a post just to make it sound good. And that is when, I'll tell you, that is when people will start to reach out to you and buy your offer, because they will see that you are incorporating your business with your life. Right? You are not revolving your life around your business. So the thing is, like my routine and the way I do business, it comes natural to me. I enjoy doing it that way. And for other people too, like that's what they love as well. They love to do it that way. Now for you, if you're just starting out, you might find that it's kind of difficult to do that, because you are kind of like turning on and off with your business, like you're in creation mode. Then like the rest of the day, if you are doing something fun, that's all you want to do, which once again is fine, right? This entire video is about bringing awareness to how you want to merge your life and your business into one. Now for today's action item and homework, I want you to think about how you are going to merge your life and your business into one. So basically, like the best way to do this is just to think about like, how much do I want to be working every single day? Where do I see myself in like 5 to 10 years? Because you want to build a lifestyle and you want to build a business where you don't just commit to doing for like a week, a month, even for a year, but you do it for years, honestly, to like the day you die, because this is your business and this is your personal brand for life. And that is why we're focused on really bringing awareness to how we want to build this type of business. So what I recommend doing is writing down kind of like your routine when it comes to your business on like a daily, weekly, even on like a monthly basis, to really look at how you're going to spend your time when it comes to working on the business, and then of course showing your lifestyle, but then at the same time having time just away from your business to do whatever you want. And I also want you to write down your non-negotiables for your business. Of course, I told you guys mine, which is basically I post every single day, I coach my clients, and then I of course sell. Now, if you want to know exactly what I do every single day in detail and in depth that generates me clients and cash flow and money every single day in Monetize Social membership community, what I tell my clients to do and what I share in there is my profitable brand formula, which is basically my 5 steps I do every single day in my business. And it doesn't matter if I do anything else that day, I do these 5 things and it always builds my business and attracts clients to me. So if you want access to the profitable brand formula, it is in Monetize Social membership community. So create your non-negotiables, because we already know as long as you are putting in the work, you're taking action, we sit back and we receive the cash flow and the money and the clients coming to us. Now I'm so excited for tomorrow's video, day 18, because we are getting into how to be the main character on social media and the main character in your life when it comes to developing this powerful brand. So tomorrow we're really going to get more into like the energy of like how to show up on social media and create this type of like magnetizing persona where everybody wants to follow you, learn from you, and buy from you. So I will see you guys tomorrow. And as always, if you guys need to catch up on any of the other videos, I'm going to link the playlist to the series right here. So that is all for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you so much. And until then, make sure that you stay unforgettable.